Welcome back. This is Rod Hairston again. How you guys doing out there? Listen, some of you are in deception right now. Remember where you are, remember who you are, and remember your patterns are not you, okay? You're doing so amazingly well. Recognize that the unconscious mind is not interested in these changes that you're making. And it's going to benefit most when you allow yourself to build the new habit, okay? And you got to recognize that. Again, most of our habits we didn't consciously or intentionally create. So you have an opportunity now to do what the few people get the opportunity in life to do, is take intelligent, intentional steps to building habits that move you towards your vision. So remember where you are, okay? Let's take a step back to where we started, right? First, you guys started looking at your vision. You started recognizing that I must have a vision, right? Why? Because unconsciously I already have one in every category of my life. And in order to move in a different direction, I got to give my cybernetic mind a target. So you created a vision of where you wanted to go, not where I wanted you to go, where you want to go in every aspect of your life. Then you started saying, well, wait a minute. If I had a vision, then that means I have habits that I unconsciously created that belong to the old vision. Right. So what do we have to do? We have to break those old habits and patterns. So you did a beautiful job of interrupting, identifying, self-observing, right? We talked about how beautiful that is. When I can stand back and be aware of what I'm doing. That's beautiful, that's intelligence, and that's the beginning of fulfillment and mostly maturity. So now you had an opportunity now to start looking at those patterns and creating those pattern interrupts, right? Just being aware that this is not me, right? And this is not serving me. It's not moving me towards my vision. In this theme, we're going to focus on moving towards, right? Moving towards our vision by developing intelligent habits. I want you guys to think about something when you think about habits. A lot of times people confuse habit with action. I act when I'm stimulated. That's not a habit. If somebody's yelling at me to do something and I do it, if a doctor tells me I have to go out and change the way I eat or I'm going to be sick, that's not a habit. Habit is when I drive to work the same way every day. When I sleep on the same side of the bed. I'll watch my same TV shows. That's a habit. Some of you are like, boring. It's boring because I'm talking about it. It's not boring when you do it. It's a habit. This is how I want your health to be. This is how I want your psychology to be. I want it to be boring. I want you to get up and work out every day because that's exactly what you do. I want you to eat right every day because that's exactly what you do. I want you to use your products effectively and efficiently because they're the best in the world because that's just what you do. Then you take all of that energy that's generated by that health and that great thinking and then go look for stimulation. Go freaking skydive. Go do whatever you want to do. Find stimulation outside of your health and your psychology, right? Boring business is great business. Boring habits are great habits because they're not boring. They're automatic. That's what we're looking to do. And I want you to remember that's where we're going. That's why we're doing a program every day for 60 days. And you guys are doing really, really well. A lot of you, this is a critical point in the program, folks. You make it through this week. You make it through this phase of the program, you're in. Okay, you're in. Right now is where your unconscious is really going to push back because it's not interested. Remember, it's doing what it needs to do to protect the old, not what's intelligent, not what's going to support you or help you grow or go to the next level, but support the old. And remember the 4 laws of focus. What you focus on, you find. What you focus on grows. What you focus on seems real, and ultimately what you focus on, you become. So remember, we control our focus. Really in life, that's the only real choice we have, is where I focus, how I choose to give meaning to things that happen in my life, right? That's really the most beautiful gift that anyone could give you, is the knowledge that you control your focus, you control your meaning. Okay? And when I can start doing that repetitively and start developing habits of thinking, habits of feeling, habits of acting, then my life starts to grow in a very beautiful way. And I can start creating now because my habits are working with me versus against me. A lot of you use all of your energy to battle the bad habits. Your habit works, you have to use energy to deal with it. The habit creates a result, you have to use energy to deal with it. Your habit creates a result, no more of that. We're going to start building and developing habits in the right way. I remember I was on the beach, Laguna Beach, with Ken Griffey Jr., one of the Hall of Fame baseball players' sister, and was during the break of one of our seminars. And we were walking, and she asked me a question. She was like, "Well, I don't. What you're saying is that we're designed for success, but programmed for failure." And I thought that was so absolutely beautiful because that is the truth. We are designed for amazing success. In fact, we'll never, ever, ever, on even a physical level, get to the limits of how successful we can be. On a mental level, off the charts. Maybe less than 10%. But now we're saying that it's less than 1% in areas of creativity, problem-solving, memory. We're only using 1% of our capability, of our potential, of where we can go. Life is just one big, amazing opportunity. That's all it is. If we feel stuck and trapped, it's because our emotions, our past, what other people have told us about ourselves has created these freaking habits. And I said freaking, yes, freaking habits that are holding us back and not using our capability. All of our habits, and remember, take action to build a habit and let the habits get the results for you. When you do that, when you're deliberate, when you're intentional, now your habits, the servants, are working for the master, which is you. Okay? Habits don't think, they don't care. They'll do exactly what you ask them to do. When I get in the car goes where I want the car to go, right? And pretty soon, we're going to have self-driving cars. Hopefully, you'll tell the car. If not, the car will take over one day because it needs to drive. Okay? So I want all of us to really recognize we want to develop the habits that are going to support us. We're designed for success, only programmed for failure. Please don't throw away your design or your hardware or you. You've never been the issue. It's always been the system, the operating system, the habits. We're turning that around, and if you're listening to me right now, you're well on your way. Very, very, very proud of you. Now, also, too, I want you to think about this whole science of proactivity. What makes this program really, really tough to do? Well, because we're being proactive. You don't do really anything like this reactively. Some people do, but it's hard to go this long, right? This is a proactive exercise. It simply means that you're utilizing your intelligence. You're utilizing where you want to go, what you want to create. You're utilizing willpower, right? You're utilizing sort of your conscious sort of muscle to get here. And I applaud you for that. And again, if the program was 1,000 days, it'd be tough. But it's only 60 days, my friends. And you're at that crucial point where your mind is about to join you, okay? Your mind is about to join you. I remember being in the military, and they would teach us this, that it was so hard to do. It was hard to do in the beginning. It's easy to live with in the end. And they would tell us that over and over again. And it was hard. It was hard. It was hard to get the marching right and the push-ups right and all of the cadence right. Everything that we needed to do to be significant and be rewarded and mature and grow and expand, it was tough to do. But man, once we got it, we didn't even know we had it. And I just remember looking at some of the guys that had been in boot camp and were about to graduate, how beautiful they looked, how they marched, everything was in alignment and sync. And we would look at ourselves and go, it's no way we're ever going to be that group. We were that group. And we were doing it without thinking about something else. You all know, you've all heard the analogies. You think about it. Remember the categories of deception. Inception, unconsciously incompetent. Deception, consciously incompetent. Transformation, consciously competent. It's tough. Guess where you guys are approaching? You're about to go into that transformation. Some of you are still in deception, right? You're in one of those two areas. You are absolutely there. And it's tough. But what's the fourth phase? Identity, where you're unconsciously competent, but you're unconsciously competent in alignment with your vision, in alignment with where you want to go, what you created. That's what makes this program beautiful. That's what makes you beautiful. And this is where I want all of you to recognize that this is maturity. You can do this at any aspect of your life. I love creating a new vision so I can go through this whole cycle again, so I can develop the emotional habits, the physical habits, the mental habits that are going to support me in becoming a person that can create the things that I want to create. And that's really what identity and vision is all about. Also, I want you to recognize that you have an opportunity here because you're also building really great triggers with the people that are around you and this program and my videos and the advisors' videos. They've come on and they've talked to you, and it's always been positive, and it's been uplifting, and it's been truth, and it's been way more than motivational. This is how your mind works, my friends, right? So you're starting now to develop these mature triggers that you're going to always feel inspired when you hear these types of things, when you see each other, when you see Yoli, when you're really utilizing the products efficiently and the programs efficiently. It's going to help trigger you towards action, towards developing more of a habit. I want you to remember this as I start wrapping this up today. We are creatures of habits. Everything that we do that we don't think about and we just do, like me driving over here today while I was thinking about 10 other things and didn't even remember driving here, that's a habit, right? And you got so many habits in your life that are massively automatic. I want you to recognize how great is that going to be when all of your habits are aligned towards your vision, towards principle, towards health, towards wealth, towards vitality, towards peace, towards fulfillment, right? Towards strength and courage and confidence to go towards the next vision, the next identity, the next purpose. I want you to think about how amazing that's going to be and recognize you're on your way. All you have to do is continue to log on, continue to do your assignments to the best of your ability, and recognize it's not your answer, it's your intent. I don't care if you feel bad, good, right, wrong, you do it. Do it. Congratulations. I love you. See you on the next video. And you know what? You guys rock. Bye-bye, everyone.